Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Crystal. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to go through my top 5 palettes that I cannot live without. If I was to clear my entire makeup collection, these would be the 5 palettes that I would not be able to part ways with. I've seen a couple of ladies on YouTube do this video already. It's normally the top 10 palettes, but I have done a massive declutter lately, and if I was to choose my top 10, it would almost be all of my palettes. I've got about 15 in my collection, so it's kind of like, let's condense it down even smaller. So I'm going to go through the top 5 that I'm absolutely obsessed with. These kind of are transferable for people that are getting into makeup or are makeup artists. So at the moment I am currently studying my diploma of makeup artistry, so this stuff is all going into my kit. I have doubles of all of these. I keep them in my makeup collection, which is behind me, and then I also have them in my kit. Also, let me know if you like this setup. I'm currently developing my beauty room. This is the only bit that I've got set up. You can probably see the little bits and bobs in the mirror behind me that I'm still trying to figure out. I will give you guys a tour of my beauty room once it is fully completed, but let me know if you like this background, because I'd love to hear your feedback. Also, I'm going to pop my social media handle on the screen somewhere. Please do feel free to go and follow me and check that out on Instagram as well. I'm trying to be very consistent with my Instagram too, so if you like my content, please do go and give me a follow. I would really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my content, if you like me. If you don't like it, you know what, you can let me know as well. I am very open to constructive feedback, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm still like figuring out this whole like filming setup. This is all new to me, so please do please do bear with me. So these palettes, they're in no particular order at all. I'm just going to grab as I go. So the first one that I've got here is the Huda Beauty Medium Nude Obsessions palette. Now I got this relatively recently, like not too long ago. I've had it for about 3 or 4 months, and I'm not normally a warm girl, to be totally honest with you. I'm kind of more driven towards the cooler side of the brown spectrum, but this one is just so beautiful. I got it because, quite frankly, the packaging, I just think the packaging is so cute. I mean, look at this. Like, isn't that just so nice? Ignore my fake tan as well. It's looking a little bit ratchet. I just think the shades are so pretty. You've got quite a few different looks that you can do here. The one thing that I wish this palette did have was a champagne color. I really like a light champagne on the lid. If it had that versus maybe like this orange shade just here, if you can see, that would be like perfect for me. This is what it looks like up close if you haven't had a chance to see it yet. I definitely want to get the other 2. So there is one in light and there's also one in deep as well, so I would love to have all 3. This is my first ever Huda Beauty Obsessions palette, and I can see what the hype is. I thought to myself, like, it's a £9 palette, I could get a bigger one, but this is so good for travel, like honestly, life-changing. So next up is a drugstore palette. Like, it's not super accessible here in Australia, but I mean, it's not too bad. Like, if you purchase a certain amount of makeup off the website, you do get free shipping, and you can also get discount codes through different affiliates and stuff. I mean, if you look up this brand, you can get discount codes. But this is the Give It To Me Straight palette from Colourpop. It's so cute. I love the packaging. I love pink. Like, pink is like my favorite thing in the world. So this is the Give It To Me Straight one. This is my only Colourpop palette in this form, like with these pressed pans, because I had, look, my story with Colourpop is I didn't like their liquid lipsticks. I didn't like their lip glosses. I didn't like their Colour Shock, or the Shock eyeshadow. They're a bit like whatever, so I was a bit hesitant to purchase anything else from them, to be honest, but I thought, you know what, everyone talks so highly of their palettes, I'm gonna give it a go. And you know what, the eyeshadows are quite fantastic too. This is the palette here. It's really nice for warms, and it also has quite a few neutrals in there as well. I mean, focus back on me. So there's quite a few neutrals in there as well. I really love this, particularly for the shade Up Front. I also love Downright, Truth Hurts, and Actually. So I tend to be drawn to neutrals, but I also like purples as well. This is a really nice balance of both of those. So for example, TMI is a really nice color, but most of them are browns really. The only thing that's throwing it are these 2 purples here. So if you like kind of like cover that up, then it's basically a brown neutral palette, but that's kind of my vibe, so I cannot live without this. I have used this on a couple of brides recently, particularly that champagne shade that I mentioned. This one just here, and it just looks stunning. Like, it really is worth the price point. I will have the prices for everything either on the screen somewhere and also in the description box below if you guys are interested in any of these products that I'm talking about. And yeah, they're just gonna be straight to the website. There's no affiliate links or anything associated with them, so definitely go and have a look at that. Let's go back into high-end. So this is a palette that basically everybody has in their collection. None of these are really like new or modern sort of palettes. I mean, like the Huda Beauty one's relatively recent, but this one isn't. This is from Anastasia. I love Anastasia's formula. It's absolutely amazing. It's super reliable as well. So this is the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. Honestly, Soft Glam and Sultry are a tie for me. It's just that Sultry you can't get all the time, so I believe it's limited edition, and I believe you cannot get it anymore, which is a shame. So this is the palette here. Again, it's another neutral palette, surprise surprise, but the formula on this, it's so reliable. Every single time you pull it out and you want to use it, it is super reliable every single time. It does have a bit of kickback, but I mean, that doesn't really faze me. Kickback and fallout doesn't really faze me too much, as long as the pigmentation is on point and it lasts all day. I honestly don't mind. So up close, what the palette looks like up close, I am obsessed with this shade just here. Basically, this entire palette is everything that's me in a palette. I love this so much. So this again is something that I have duplicated in my kit because it is just so reliable. I mean, out of all of her palettes that Anastasia has released, this is by far my favorite. But then again, like I said, it does tie with Sultry for me, particularly because Sultry has a champagne glittery shade in it, but this one I do love. I do have multiple of it, but again, I am obsessed with this palette, and if you don't already have it, I super suggest that you go out and get it. Okay, so I'm kind of doubling up with this brand because we have already talked about her brand. It's just that this is a different type of palette that she has released, and this is by Huda Beauty. Again, I won't lie, my favorite brand when it comes to powders and stuff like that is definitely Huda Beauty. I love that brand. So the palette that I am talking about is the nude palette, the nude palette. So this came out last year, I believe. Oh my gosh, there was just so much that was released last year. I keep on losing track of everything, but this one came out and I was obsessed. As soon as I saw it, like, I don't know how she does it, the way that she sets up her palettes. Also, I love the packaging on this because it's pink, because your girl loves pink, what can I say. This is what the inside looks like. I'm obsessed. So there's like so many different textures and stuff. Oh, let's see, that's a better representation of the colors. So these colors are like really dusty, muted, but you've got all these different textures. You've got a lot of your mattes, you've got two glitters here, you've got some more mattes, you've got a wide variety of neutrals and pinks, but then you also have these beautiful pearlescent shadows as well. Absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with this palette. I think it is definitely worth the price point. I think it's 99 Australian dollars. I love this one, and I would definitely keep you guys posted on the retrograde palette, the Mercury retrograde palette, when I've got it. For now, if it's the same quality as this, it's gonna be good. So last but not least is my holy grail palette. Like literally, if I had to give up everything, like every single eyeshadow palette that I own, a whole lot, this is the one that I would have to say I couldn't let go of. Like, I would be kicking and screaming if I didn't have this palette in my collection. This is the Jaclyn Hill collaboration with Morphe. So this has been out for such a long time, and you know what? It's consistently good. It hasn't come off the market for a reason. People still use it and people still talk about it for a reason, and that's because it's just so good. So it's very versatile. All of the shades are on the back here. I don't love that. I wish the shade names were on the inside. So this is what the product looks like inside. Quite frankly, this is everything you need. You don't need anything else. You've got a whole bunch of neutrals. You've got your pops of color up in the corner. Like, these are such unique pops of color as well. Like, quite frankly, I don't have these shades anywhere else. Like, anywhere else in my collection. I just think that they're beautiful. But like, look at this. Like, can't even fit it in the screen. There we go. Look at that. Like, my favorite shades, favorite ever shades. Like, these two right here, I love them. Inner corner highlight and eyelid, love it. Beautiful transition shade, beautiful transition shade, beautiful transition shade. Like, honestly, you can make so many amazing looks with this. Anything that you want to make, you've got it right here. You don't need anything else. There's a nice black. You've got a perfect black in here. So I mean, I don't like eyeliner. I really don't like eyeliner on me. I have hooded eyes, so you don't really need anything else. Like, you've got everything in here that you could need. This is a makeup artist's dream. I'm not quite sure if this was created with the intention of being a makeup artist's dream, but it is, like, 100%. I cannot live without this. I will fight somebody to the death if I ever had to give this up. Like, it's not something that I'm ever going to give up, and that's it. So just a recap on all of the palettes that I talked about today. So we have the Jaclyn Hill, the Huda Beauty New Nudes, we have the Anastasia Soft Glam, we have the Colourpop Give It To Me Straight, and the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions in the medium shade. These are so fantastic. I'm obsessed with them. If you don't have these, I highly recommend that you do get your hands on them. They are incredible. Yeah. Love, love, love. Definitely get your hands on them if you don't already. I will have every single palette linked in the description box below. You know how I went with this video. This is my first ever YouTube video in my new beauty space. I am going to try and get as more out to you guys as possible. I feel like I need to still figure out my filming setup. I'm going to do some haul videos. I'm super passionate about makeup, fashion, lifestyle, travel, and fitness. If you couldn't tell, I'm wearing a Lorna Jane crop top. So yeah, this is my first ever YouTube video, and if you liked it, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I am hoping to release videos every single Friday around 7 o'clock. Next Friday is my birthday, so I think, I don't know, do you guys want me to film a birthday look? Because right now I'm wearing my everyday neutral look that I wear to corporate. I do work in corporate, that's my job, so I do tend to wear more downgraded kind of makeup looks on the daily, but girl, I can go extreme if you need me to. I'm a qualified makeup artist as well, so I do both. They're kind of both in my realm. I just love having the balance between business and artistic work. So yeah, if you guys want me to do a chit chat, get ready with me, and maybe tell you a bit more about me as well, let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to do that. Also, don't forget to follow me on my socials. I'll have them up here, and I hope you guys had a lovely day and enjoyed this video, and until next time, thanks guys, bye.